Peter Drucker said that effective leadership is not about making speeches or being liked. Leadership is about results and not attributes. James Calhoun said a leader has to appear consistent. That doesn't mean that he has to be consistent. Growing up as a small child, my dad named me Cochise as a nickname. And the reason being is because Cochise was an Indian leader. He was not a follower. And that's what my dad wanted for me. He wanted me to be a leader and not a follower. So, when I had my first child, which is his first grandchild, and his first grandson, he nicknamed him Chief for the very same reason. I believe that my dad felt that if I instilled this in them as a small child, then as she gets older and she has obstacles, I don't have to worry that she won't succeed because I will give her the tools to be successful. So today, what I'd like to talk to you about is who can be a successful teenage mother. Well, a successful teenage mother is anyone that puts their heart to it. A successful teenage mom doesn't have to mean the end of the world. Though, once the baby is born, it may seem like the end of the world, especially for those midnight feedings in the middle of the night. I know it seems like that with the baby, no matter what age you are. So for a teenage mom, that may seem like the end of the world. Let's talk about this for a minute. When you began to walk, what do you think happened? When you started walking, do you think that when you fell, that someone said, I cannot believe you fell. You are going to be a failure. You're not going to succeed in anything that you do. I just cannot believe this. I don't know what happened. No, that sounds foolish, doesn't it? When you're teaching a child to walk, you say, when they fall, you say, you know what? You can do it. Come on. Let me help you up. Let me take you by the hand. Let me help you stabilize yourself. You encourage them day in and day out, and eventually what happens? They're walking on their own. That is what I believe needs to happen with teenage mothers. I believe that they need to be instilled, just like my father instilled in me, that you can do it. We have 5 children, my husband and I. Out of those 5 children, we have homeschooled 3 of them. My dad, he is my high school sweetheart. I can remember sitting at the table and the kids crying because they couldn't get it or they just couldn't do it. And I just can't do this, Mom. I can't do it. And the one thing that I would have them recite is Philippians 4:13, which says, I can do all things through Christ who strengthens me. The truth is, we all have faith in something. I choose to have faith in God and Jesus because I know that that's where I'm going to draw strength from. Then my husband and I instilled that into our children as well. Now, when you think about being a successful teenage mother, you have to look at it like a cup of water. This is water with a little food coloring in it so that you can see it clearly over the screen. And the reason I put this water in here is just to show you that is this cup half empty or is it half full? This cup is whatever you say it is. And I choose to believe that it is half full. And that's where success can start right there. Right there is an example why anyone that believes they can have already won half the battle. Now, whoever doesn't want to be a statistic has the choice to be a positive influence. Their choices are theirs. Being a parent or being pregnant is not the end of the world. It really isn't. But once you decide to be a success story, your life shifts to a whole nother direction.